What's up mga ka-chasers? Naku! Panibagong araw na naman. Ang dami nating babalita sa mga ka-chasers natin. Bakit kamo? Ang dami mga sports balita na tatalakayin natin ngayong araw. Kaya eto na. Ako po si Waylon Galvez. Ang aking mga kasama, mga ka-chasers, umpisan ko sa aking kumpare, Jerry Ramos.
Salamat, paring Waylon. At maligayang araw ng kalayaan sa inyo. No? Eto, kailangan na nating, relax, passenger seatbelt agad. Dahil raratratin na natin ng mga balita at pasabog sa mundo ng palakasan. Waylon?
Siyempre, kasama din natin online. Ang mga kumpare natin ka-chasers, umpisa natin. Paring Saldi, andyan ka ba?
Dito ako.
Yun.
Wow. Happy Independence Day sa ating mga ka-chasers. At sana maging independent rin tayo. Lumaya na tayo sa COVID-19.
Aba?
Kala ko, saan eh?
At syempre, isa pang kasama natin online. Kumparing Abak, safe na safe ka ba dyan?
Yes. Yes, Sir Waylon. Good afternoon po. Alam ko, masayang-masaya si kumparing Jerry natin dahil, congratulations, Sir Jerry. Lifted na ang liquor ban sa Valenzuela.
Daya.
Laya na.
Imbis na mapunta tayo kung saan-saan pang liquor ban na yan. Eto, sabi ko nga, marami tayong i-discuss, no? Maraming nangyari ng linggong ito, paring Jerry, sa larangan ng sports. Kaya mga ka-chasers, sabay-sabay muna tayong i-welcome ang ating viewers at listeners dito sa paboritong tambayan tuwing Sabado ang
Chasedown!
Touchdown!
Yun.
Sabay-sabay ah.
Ikaw lang
Sabay-sabay
nahuli.
Ito nga, kagaya nga ng ating nai-mention earlier, madaming sports. Unahin ko na, nandyan yung pagkakapanalo, pare, ng ating idol. Eto na!
Nako.
Yukasaso lang naman.
Yan, tama.
Kala ko pang-benching.
Champion, ha? Yan ang nagdala sa ating mga Pilipino sa larangan ng golf.
Parang
Sige, ano
disclaimer
pa ba
yan.
iba nating dyan? Headlines natin.
Ito, Waylon. Dahil sa patuloy na pagdami ng coronavirus cases sa Vietnam, 2021 Southeast Asian Games, posibleng makancel?
Good Diyos
Wow.
naman. Diyos ka naman. O, ikaw pa uli.
Ito, good news naman. Opening na ng NCAA Season 96.
Yan.
Ano kaya ang mangyayari dahil walang contact sports ngayong taon? Parang bad news pa rin.
Eto naman.
Tawa ako sa inyo eh.
Good news to. Signal TV. Siyempre, ang ating bahay. Magpaparating ng Tokyo TV sa bansa. Mapapanood na kaya natin ang pagkakapanalo ng ating unang Olympic gold medalist. Signal TV.
Yan.
Over na.
Good news yan.
Tokyo
Good news.
Olympics.
Sige, Waylon.
Eto
tapusin
pa.
mo
Kung
na.
matuloy.
Ang NBA Most Valuable Player Award, ibinigay. Ito, dito kayo nakataya. Kay The Joker,
Yeah.
Nikolai Jokic ng Denver
Si
Nuggets.
Joey nanalo.
Oo nga. Siyempre, lahat ng yan, yung mga headlines natin, tatalakayin natin later. And also, nag-invite tayo ng mga special guests. Una-una dyan, siyempre, ang ating Women's Open Champion, Yuka Saso.
Yuka.
Sana madali natin ngayong araw. Actually, sinusubukan natin makontak si Yuka. Kanina pa. May mga nag-aabang. Relax lang kayo. Hopefully, gising pa sana si Yuka dahil ngayon, I think, past 11 na sa San Francisco eh. So hopefully, we're hoping.
Sige,
And hindi lang
pwede
yan.
yan. Pwede.
Quiz ko pa. Saan po? Saan?
Oo. Meron pa tayong special guest, isa pa. Eto, kaibigan na natin to eh. Ryan Gregorio, Coach RG. Tatalakayin ang nalalapit na coach natin sa FIBA Asia Qualifier dyan sa Pampanga. Siyempre, lahat ng yan, kasama ng iba pang news natin na mga nangyayari sa ating bansa, sa ating mga atletang Pilipino, and of course, international, di-discuss natin yan.
Okay.
Eto na,
Matthew Wright na. Si Matthew Wright.
Yes.
Waylon.
Matthew
Umpisahan na
Wright.
natin.
Oo, nalimutan mo yata.
Umpisahan natin to sa
Anong nangyari kay Matthew?
panalo ni Yuka Saso dito sa nakaraang US Women's Open.
Oh. Ano?
Si Yuka Saso ay nanalo in a 3 playoff hole. Paring abak. Hindi ka natulog dyan, alam ko.
Wow.
Maraming Pilipino, lalo na yung mga
Natural.
avid golfers, hindi nakatulog dahil sa pagkakapanalo na yan ni Yuka Saso. Siya ang pinakaunang Filipina na nanalo ng US Open. Isa to sa 5 major,
major, yes.
championships sa sa international golf in women's action. So hindi lang 'yun, tinablahan niya si Ingvi Park as the youngest, no? So ako bilang isang Pinoy at bilang isang hopeful na golfer, kagaya ng mga maraming
Hawak ko
sports
pa eh,
writers.
espada.
Siyempre,
Alam ko, espada yung hawak.
tuwang-tuwa tayo sa na-achieve ni Yuka Saso, no? Na finally, after this is her second attempt sa US Open, finally nakuha niya. And hindi napakadali ito dahil dumaan siya, kumbaga nga sa butas ng karayom dahil biro mo, down siya by 1 kay Lexi Thompson na going to the final round. 2 early double bogeys kagad ng kumbaga bumulaga sa ating lahat, di ba? Parang miscues ni Yuka.
Yes.
Pero kumbaga yung fighting spirit kumbaga laban lang no? Laban lang. Nakabalik si Yuka Saso to force a playoff dun sa Japanese counterpart niya. And she won in a 3-hole playoff, no? Ako, syempre masarap sa pakiramdam na kumbaga merong may Pilipino na majors champion. Ikaw, parang Jerry, I know, nag-go-golf ka na rin
Nagpapanggap.
Papanggap na maging golfer. Nung sinundan mo yung laban ni Yuka, lahat tayo, marami tayong gising during that time Anong nakita mo, anong naramdaman mo?
Eto, Elon, actually, nung down by 6 shots na, no? Down by 6 shots si Yuka Saso, aminin ko, nilipat ko na nga sa NBA, yung laban ng Dallas Mavericks versus LA Clippers, Game 7, no? So, tinapos ko na yon. Nung binalik ko sa US Open na Women's Golf Championship, 2 down na lang si Yuka Saso, and tuloy-tuloy na natin pinanood yung kanyang journey all the way to the championship, no? Actually, naiyak nga ako nung pinapakinggan ko yung interview sa kanya nung umiiyak siya, no? Parang napuwing lang naman ako, hindi naman ako umiyak. Napuwing lang ako.
Sinabi mo na umiyak.
Dahil siyempre, proud tayo
Abo mo.
Fellow Filipino na champion sa isang major tournament sa golf.
Yan.
Proud tayong lahat. Alam ko si Apak, ito, alas 4 pa lang yata, alas 3 ng madaling araw, nag-tweet na to di ba, Apak?
Oo nga. Pero alam mo, Jerry, we're trying to get Yuka Saso dito sa the Chasedown. We actually communicated with Ms. Colo Ventosa, General Manager of PGTI, and of course kay Ma'am Nerlene Soriano, Executive Director of PGTI and PR Director of ICTSI. Of course, sa kaibigan natin si Ronel Javier. And hopefully talaga nagkaroon lang tayo ng problema sa ating connection. Hopefully makuha ni Yuka yung bagong link natin. Anyway, parang Abak, nabanggit ni Jerry, umagang-umaga, madaling araw, nag-tweet ka na nakikita ko rin nga maski inaantok na ako. Pero ikaw, alam ko, gising na gising ang diwa mo nung pinapanood mo, nag-tweet ka kay Yuka. About Yuka.
Natural. Yun ngang mga tournaments na walang Pilipinong kasali, pinagpupuyatan natin Iyan pa, nandyan si Yuka. Hindi ba? 4 na araw natin sinubaybayan. Talagang ako, kahit nung nawala yung lead niya after the 3rd round, ako, ang sabi ko sa sarili ko, Yuka is still in a very good position because one stroke down lang siya after the third round, and I knew that if things go fall into place in the final round, ganyan naman ang golf, isang sabog lang yan, di ba? 1-2 shot swing, isang birdie mo, isang bogey ng kalaban, tabla kayo after despite two shot swing agad yan. Kaya nung nagbe-birdie na siya nung 16 and 17th holes, parehong par 5 yan. Binerdy ni Yuka. Naglaho naman itong si Lexi, napakagandang player. At quietly, si Nasa Hataoka naman, dahan-dahan din pumunta sa eksena para ma-playoff si Yuka.
At syempre, kagaya ng naipangako natin,
Yan na.
andito na po ang aming co-host. Wala pa si Yuka.
Yan!
So, ang aming paboritong si co-host.
Naman, si Yuka na.
Yay! Ako, excited na ang lahat for Yuka. Magandang araw po sa inyong lahat, mga ka-chasers. Pasensya na, medyo, tayo,
Driving ka pa yata.
may
Driving.
cardio day, but happy Independence Day. Maligayang araw po ng kalayaan sa ating lahat. And what a good day it is. You guys were talking about Yuka Saso, but other than that, of course, it's a very good day for the world of sports for us Filipinos.
Yes.
Napakaraming magagandang balita simula kay EJ Obiena winning in Germany and breaking his Filipino records.
Yes.
So on his way to Tokyo Olympics, napakaganda ng kanyang momentum. Bukod doon, syempre, maganda rin yung nakuha nating balita galing kay Alex Ayala. Alex Ayala and her partner is making it to the finals. The French Open.
Tama.
Grabe. At syempre nga, isa pa sa pinakamagandang balita, 12 na po ang atleta natin na lalahok so far sa
Yan.
Tokyo Olympics with our very own weightlifter. Si
Elrin Ann.
Yan.
Ando.
Na nakapanayam natin
Yan,
dito sa
nag-guess
Chasedown.
natin.
Yan.
He qualified for minus 64
Oo.
kilograms weightlifting. So, what a day to celebrate.
Ganda,
And we
ganda.
hope that our ka-chasers can join us for the rest of the day.
Yes.
Grabe.
Oo.
Yes, correct. Tama yan. Agree ako dyan.
But yeah, we're celebrating, of course, the win of Yuka Saso. And hopefully, in a few, makasama natin siya dito sa
Sana,
programa.
gising pa.
Oo nga. Because
Yuka.
currently, she is still in the US. But
Alam mo,
hopefully,
ang nakarating sa atin ng balita kasi, Reese and mga ka-chasers natin, parang 5 days ba after, or 6 days after winning the US Women's Open Championship, nagpe-prepare na si Yuka on her next tournaments.
Wow.
And syempre, maski naman sinabi ni Yuka na hindi pa daw sure yung di ba, Olympic spot niya. Pero actually, number 9 na siya sa world ranking in International Golf Federation for the Tokyo Olympics. Pero syempre, pinagpe-preparahan niya na yan, yung Tokyo Olympics. So, di rin natin masisi kung syempre,
to the middle of next year o di kaya tuluyan na makancel dahil nga sa tuluyang pagdami ng coronavirus cases sa Hanoi at iba pang host cities. At siyempre, yan, nakakatakot yung virus na yan. At hindi lamang ang malalagay sa alanganin dyan kung sakali, pati yung mga member countries na lalaho kung yan ay pagpapatuloy. At yung National Olympic Committee ng Vietnam ang may karapatan sa hosting pero kailangan ito ang suporta ng gobyerno. Kung hindi ito papayagan ng gobyerno, walang choice yung NOC. At humingi nga ng rekomendasyon ng Vietnam government sa kanilang Olympic Committee at sila ay humingi rin ng suggestions sa Southeast Asian Games Federation. Malamang ay maglalabas ng announcement ng Southeast Asian Games Federation sa planong ilipat ang date ng event na ito sa July next year. Kasama ang Pilipinas sa 8 bansa na gustong matuloy ang Southeast Asian Games. Malaking rason dito ay ang budget at training na nagawa para sa mahigit na 600 atleta. And actually nga, yung ating mga athletes nga, di ba? Nagkakanta-kahog magpa-vaccine dahil nga naglabas ng anong policy ang Vietnam Organizing Committee na walang vaccine, ay hindi kayo pwedeng sumali. Pero ngayon at nangyayari ito, tingnan natin kung ano magiging yung development nito, kung makakancel lang tuluyan ito o itutuloy.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we hope for the best for the upcoming SEA Games, but we are going to take a very quick break. Pagbalik po namin, wag po kayong mawawala dahil
Yuka.
we're going to be joined by Yuka Sato.
Eto na.
Yes! Yuka.
your secrets a little closer to the heart. Way down low.
All right, good afternoon and welcome back to the Chasedown. Sa mga kapapanood lamang, thank you so much for joining us today. We're still trying to get in touch with you, Kasaso, so please hang
Oo
on.
nga.
But while we're waiting, hindi naman natin syempre palalagpasin yung mga may init na sports balita. And this is good news. This is regarding the upcoming Tokyo Olympics. Set by next week, guess how many volunteers, workers, and staff will get vaccinated in Japan?
18,000?
18,000 ang
Aba,
galing
ang galing
naman. Well,
Kailangan ko
that's a fact.
Wala
18,000
lang yun?
volunteers, workers
Oo.
will be vaccinated
Hindi, may
next
nag-back
week
out daw na isa. So,
In-
17,999 na lang.
in Japan. And again, this is the Japanese government's effort to boost the confidence of the athletes and of course, everybody who's going to be participating in the Tokyo Olympics na mabakunahan ang kanilang mga staff who's expected to have, interactions with, of course, the athletes. Kaya, ayan ang gagawin ng government nila. So again, 18,000 workers and volunteers. That means referees, staff, employees, contractors, ultimo
Pumasok ang ating 15-year-old na pambato na si Alex Ayala sa finals. Teaming up with Russian Oksana Selekmeteva. Tinalo nila ang Italian pair na si Eleonora Alvisa at si Lisa Pigato in straight sets sa 6-2, 6-1. Tonight, ang finals. Kaya if I'm not mistaken, around 7 o'clock or 8 p.m. tonight, lalaruin yung finals niya yan. And if Alex and her partner Oksana wins, it will be both their second doubles titles in the major girls doubles. Kasi ito si Alex nanalo na to sa doubles sa Australian Open noong 2020 and itong si Oksana nanalo na to sa US Open girls doubles with different partners sila nung manalo. This time they're trying their luck together. Good luck, Alex.
Filipinas are dominating the
Oo
world.
nga,
I
no?
love it. I love how, of course, our local talent is just putting
The
this.
young ones.
Oh, diba?
tama.
Imagine, Lucas 19,
Bata.
right? So young again, Aba?
15, she's 15.
Very good. Thank you, Abak, for those news. And also,
Welcome
back
po.
naman tayo dito sa Pilipinas. Local basketball collegiate ranks are set to open. Waylon?
Ayan.
Yes, correct ka dyan, Riza.
96 years
Eto,
old.
96. Kanina pinag-uusapan yung mga bata, 15, 19.
Oh.
Eto, 96 years old
Wala.
na, katanda. Yan ang NCAA, ang National Collegiate Athletic Association, magbubukas na sa Monday. Umpisa na ng labanan.
Monday ba?
Start to.
Oh.
Hindi, yung action.
Okay.
Actually, tomorrow,
Tama,
merong
tama.
merong
Action.
opening ceremony.
Mhm.
Pero sa Lunes ang totoong
Ba?
action.
Meron?
Kasi Taekwondo, yung POMSEI event na alam naman natin ng POMSEI, ano yan kumbaga
Form.
form. Kaya sa Monday, start ang NCAA with the POMSEI event, men's,
Speed kicking.
women's, seniors, and juniors. So ano yan, kumbaga new normal nga, sabi ng mga kaibigan natin sa NCAA like si Father Vic Calvo of Lecran, Sir Peter Caico
Father Vic.
Uy.
of Arellano
Peter.
University. sabi nga new normal. Online ang labanan. Kumbaga magsasubmit yung mga atleta ng of their video na yun nga, form ng taekwondo. And siguro doon i-judge. And partner dito ng NCAA, ang PTA, ang Philippine Taekwondo Association. May isa pang event sa taekwondo yung pabilisan ng sipa. So ginawa raw ito ng PTA
Speed kicking.
for the 96 season ng NCAA. And also, hindi lang taekwondo, nandiyan ang online chess. Susunod na ano yan, susunod na event ng NCAA. And also, dahil nga nagkaroon na yung may balita the other day na tungkol sa IATF, yung pagpayag sa gym ng 30% capacity, hopefully yung hybrid na sinasabi ng NCAA na skills challenge ng basketball at ang volleyball. Volleyball, biro nyo, meron skills challenge. Yan din ang magiging events sa 96 season ng NCAA. Naku, kaabang-abang yan. New normal, Riza.
Yeah, it's nothing like we've seen before. Should be very interesting and exciting. Although yung mga talagang events na pinakaabangan natin, na talagang kinasanayan na natin,
Basketball and
basketball,
volleyball.
aantay-antayin pa natin. As of course, we are waiting for the restrictions here in NCR, most specifically to be lifted or at least eased.
Sana.
Nevertheless, good luck sa mga atleta na lalahok sa 96th season NCAA. Go EAC. Okay.
Wow. Naisingit
Go
mo pa
Generals!
Yeah, let's go, Generals. All right. Balik tayo sa Tokyo Olympics. Wow. We are going to see the new normal, and Signal together with Smart PLDT is going to give you
in-announce na ng Signal TV and TV5, no? Yung pagiging major Philippine broadcast partner nila ng Tokyo Olympic Games. At ipapalabas yan sa iba't ibang events, or yung events ng Tokyo Olympics ay ipapalabas sa iba't ibang TV, mobile at internet platforms para matutukan ng mga Pilipino ang Olympic Games, dahil sabi nga nila ito yung pinakamagandang tsansa natin, no? Na finally masungkit yung pinakaasam nating gintong medalya. So far, no, officially 10 atleta pa lang yung naka-qualify sa Tokyo Games. Ito ay sina EJ Obiena, Kaloy Yulo, Yumir Marcial, Hidilyn Diaz, Irish Magno. Kapasan mo na ng platforms.
Nice. It's really going to be an exciting one. And ang swerte natin dito sa Chasedown kasi napakarami na nating Olympians ang nakapanayam prior to them going to Tokyo. Among those, sino pinaka kumbaga lahat naman niya pinagdadasal natin na manalo. Pero sa tingin niyo, sino doon yung mga may pinakamalalakas na chance talagang makapag-uwi ng gintong medalya?
Ako?
Ikaw.
Lahat sila. Hindi. Pero seriously, ako, ang bet ko dyan, bukod sa boxers, Hidilyn Diaz, Kaloy Yulo, and EJ Obiena.
Okay, so yun ang fearless forecast ni Waylon.
Yuka Saso. Hindi, kasi hindi mo minention si Yuka eh. Pero dahil nga nasa number 9 na siya, iniintay na lang natin yung formality ng pagkakapasok niya. Yes, Yuka Saso.
Okay, but just give one name.
Uy, grabe.
Yuka Saso.
Yuka. Okay, Waylon goes Yuka. How about Jerry?
Isang name lang?
Oo.
Daya mo naman.
Pwede 10?
Yuka Petesio.
Yan.
Hindi, nag-Yuka na siya. So ikaw, Nesty.
Ako Yuka Saso, and Nesty Petesio, I believe.
Okay, how about you, Zaldi?
Ako, kung titingnan natin yung mga pinagdaanan nila at yung mga background, ako, pinakamalakas para sa akin, kung isa lang, si Kaloy Yulo. And then, of course, itong bagong, yung second chance ko, yung second ko, na choice ko is si Yuka Saso na.
Yan.
Tama, no? Tama, Kaloy Yulo kasi ang tagal na sa Japan, no?
Oo. Abak, ikaw.
Ako, para maiba naman, sa lalaki, Kaloy Yulo ko. Tapos sa babae, Yuka Saso.
Yan.
Kasi she's the reigning Asian Games champion. And she's the reigning US Open champion. The biggest tournament in women's golf. And now, Olympics. Isipin mo kung makukuha niya yung tatlo. Asian Games, US Open, Olympics. Waylon, tabi mo na muna yung pamalo mo. Baka kung kanino mo mapalo yan.
Ikaw, Riza.
Ako,
Ikaw.
because of the momentum that he's been showing also,
Yan.
EJ Obiena.
EJ, wow.
EJ Obiena will
Aba?
win the medal.
Wow, nice.
EJ,
Wow.
ah?
EJ
I
ka.
won't be surprised.
EJ Obiena. Sa mga kababaihan, as much as I love Hiblin, you know, I love her. I love her boxers
Ang hirap
too.
eh.
I also agree with you in saying Yuka Sasso has a very strong potential in getting a gold finish in the Olympics. So let's hope and pray kasi talaga namang napaka-exciting nito. And like what Cherry said,
Ba't kasi kailangan pa natin pumili?
Signal TV along with PLDT Smart. Ganun na rin syempre ang One Sports. Abay, talaga namang napakaganda na magiging coverage natin. Imagine, about 8 to 10 hours a day of non-stop world-class sports action ang aming maihahatid sa inyo. So stay stuck for that. But in the meantime,
Dapat nandiyan ka, Riza.
we're going to talk
Coverage.
about
Oh, Riza, pwede din palang magdagdag din sa babae.
Aba?
Tatlo na ako, tatlo. Oh, tatlo.
Lirit ka pa.
Marjeline Didal kasi nagkakaproblema sa Japan.
Ayun.
Kasi sa event ni Marjeline Didal, ang pinakamalalakas dyan ay ang Japan. Ay dahil ang namumroblema ng mundo ang Japan ngayon dito sa COVID-19, baka hindi masyado nakakapag-ensayo yan. Malaki ang chance ni Marjeline Didal na mag-gold.
Sa bahay daw nag-ensayo.
Ako, ang dadagdag ko lang,
Ano?
Riza, yung mga wala pang signal cable, lumipat na kayo sa signal para mapanood nyo yung Olympics.
Oo.
Kaya yung mga gusto mag-subscribe sa signal, just text Waylon Galvez, 0917 555.
Yan.
mabilis na mabilis yan. Ma-activate
Signal na kayo.
All right. Okay, speaking of signal, wow, the games earlier on the NBA is just super, super exciting. NBA playoffs in the thickest of action of things. Ng mga, di ba? Napakaganda ng mga naging action. So let's talk about NBA while we're trying to put our guest on air. Joker. Winning. Di ba? Winning the MVP award. And imagine, hindi lang yan basta-basta pagkapanalo ng MVP. The lowest ever drafted to win an MVP. And worldwide, even our very own MVP here, Junmar Fajardo, turned fanboy. Kasi talagang favorite player niya to. Zaldi will tell us more news about the NBA. Go, Zaldi.
Ako rin naman ba yan? Oo, tiga, hanapin ko pa. Oo.
Masyado na kasi akong nagsawa sa NBA.
Oo, dapat, kasi alam ko, kiyabak yan eh. Biglang
Give others the chance.
Kaya mo yan.
Oo. Abak, sabutin mo
Give
na ako.
others the chance.
Oo.
Sige.
Sige. Dito, nakita ko na. Oo.
Ayan.
Okay.
Alam mo, maganda, nakakapagtaka, no? Sana pag-uusapan lang natin no, mga nakaraang episode natin, yung mga paborito nating MVP sa NBA. Tingin ko parang may tumama ba sa atin?
Meron.
Tumama si Nikola Jokic. Tumama ba si Jerry?
MVP,
Oo, tama.
MVP. Congratulations, Jerry. Oo. At saka si yung Serbian na yan, si Nikola Jokic, ng Denver Nuggets ang tinanghal na most valuable player ngayon sa NBA. At ang tinalo niya si Joel Embiid. Na front runner din nung umpisa ng season. Kaya nga lamang, medyo minalas, nagkaroon siya ng injury. First center po yan, si Jokic na nanalo ng MVP award mula noong si Shaquille O'Neal noong year 2000 at unang MVP na maglalaro sa lahat ng games ng season since noong kay Kobe Bryant noong 2008. Ibig sabihin, hindi sumablay kahit na isang game si Jokic at nag-average siya ng 26.5 or 4 points, 10.8 rebounds at 8.3 assists in 72 games para sa season na ito. Third overall in total assists, 599 at 16 assists per game. At drafted siya sa second round noong 2014. 41st overall siya na ang pinaka-lowest drafted player to win an MVP award. Bago si Jokic ay drafted 15th ang lowest ever winner ng MVP award na nangyari ng 4 times.
No.
Steve Nash, Giannis Antetokounmpo at marami pang iba. At saka isa pa, si Jokic pala talagang magaling pumasa yan. Kaya maganda ang kung saan dumating yung kanilang team at umabot na nga ng semifinal. Kaya tingnan natin ngayon kung papasok sila ngayon sa final. Di ba?
Aba,
O, ano
mayroon ka pang
masasabi niyo dyan?
pabitin. Mayroon galing ng analysis mo, pare.
Magaling ka ng contest, syempre. Aba,
Alam niya.
Kaso 3-0
Ayos,
yata
ayos.
yung Denver.
3-0 na ba?
Oo nga eh.
oo.
Delikadingding pala sila.
Hello, hello,
Pwede
hello.
ba yan? Ayan.
Oh, meron pa.
Oh,
Di ba?
Sino?
Meron pa ako nakita kadugtong dito, si Rudy Gobert eh. O,
Yeah.
nakuha naman yung third defensive player of the year. Sa yung pang-apat na player na mananalo ng 3 defensive player of the year. Si Dikembe Mutombo, Ben Wallace at Dwight Howard pa lamang ang nananalo ng defensive player na at least 3 beses.
Oh.
Yan, si Mutombo, Wallace at saka nanalo ng tig-4 yan, 2. Coach of the year naman.
Oh.
Paano ba yung coach to? Tulungan mo nga ako. Abak, si Coach Tom Thibodeau ng New York Knicks. Tama ba yun?
Tama.
Coach Tibbs.
Pwede,
Coach Tibbs na lang para hindi mahirap.
Tibbs, oh.
Hindi, Tom na lang. Si Coach Tom. Second Coach of the Year award ito ni Thibodeau. Unang nanalo siya noong 2010, 2011 bilang coach ng Chicago
Si
Bulls.
Thibodeau.
Binigyan niya ng defensive activity ang Knicks at nabigyan ito ng winning season at didala ang team sa playoffs for the first time mula noong 2012-2013 season. Yan yun.
All right.
Grabe
Thank you for those
transformation.
NBA updates, and make sure that you catch the NBA on the different platforms of Signal. Again, the playoffs has been super exciting, so don't miss out on that. Now, what's exciting is we have a guest on the show,
Ito pala.
and it's been a while since we actually had him. We had him before. I remember
Yes.
sa office pa ng
Yes,
PBA yung
correct.
naging taping
Nagka-dark
namin.
pa tayo eh, no?
Oo. So ngayon, makakasama natin siya ulit at makakakwentuhan natin siya ulit. We have with us this afternoon none the less than 2-time mythical team member in the PBA. He's
Yan.
also been named twice in the PBA All-Star, 2017 member of the PBA All-Rookie Team, and 2019 gold medalist in the Southeast Asian Games. We have Phoenix Super LPG Fuel Masters guard Matthew Wright on the show.
Yan.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Happy Chino, how are you?
Happy!
Rizza.
Okay.
Hey, guys, how you guys doing?
Yeah, good.
We are good.
Melon. How you doing, Melon?
Kamusta ka, Matthew?
So, Ron,
It's a long time.
I know. I remember when I came last time. It seemed like forever. Back in the PBA office.
Oo, tama. Galing ni Matt.
Naalala mo pa yan?
Naalala mo pa.
Yeah, of course. I remember you guys made me made me play that game, the pie game.
Yes.
But no more pie this time, Matt.
Yeah, good.
Well, you're lucky
Booking ang
because we're
bulong,
talking
booking
to
ang
you virtually, but still we want to catch up on you. Minus the pie this afternoon. Chasers will have their turns in asking questions. Unahin na natin si Abak.
Uy, bakit ako? Well, Matthew, good afternoon.
What's up? What's up?
Yes, welcome back to the show. Yeah, that's the same question I was about to ask you. What's up, Matthew? How's everything going?
Everything's going great. I can't complain. Season's about to start. We've had a good week of training camp here in Lipa with the Fuel Masters. I was very impressed with the rookies, how hard they worked. I was impressed with the veterans. They came back in shape. So I'm excited. I'm excited to start the season. It's been a long time. I know you guys want to see basketball, and And trust me, you want to play basketball just as much as you guys want to watch it.
Yes, no doubt about it. Anyway, you have a couple of new teammates like Chris and Vic. How are you getting along with your new teammates?
Vic and Chris they've basically fit in our team like a glove. Chris, I love his work ethic. Um, I'm just happy that he's not guarding me anymore on Magnolia. So I'm glad that we're on the same team because man, he was a tough matchup. Um, he brings toughness, quickness, something that we need big time since we let go of Brian Herwela. And I think he's just going to add another dimension to our scoring and our backcourt, along with RJ and I. And Vic, man, definitely going to come in and bolster our team, finish it, but
All right, that's good to hear. Thanks, Matthew.
no problem.
Hi, Matthew. Welcome to the Chasedown.
Thanks for having me.
Pare, naging islang ka pare ah.
Siyempre, nagkagaya ako kay Waylon Galvez eh. How are you, man?
Gonna wanna?
Well, Matthew, how are your rookies so far?
Yeah.
We're good. Aljon has impressed me with his IQ. He's very confident. A lot of times rookies are, a little, shy or a little timid when they come in. They just want to, be friendly. They don't want to step on other people's toes. But Aljon's coming in aggressive. I've told him what he needs to do in order to not only just be a good player, but a great player in the PBA. So hopefully he listens to me. And Nick, I'm sure Riza knows this, but Nick has been working his ass off, and he's going to develop into a player who will play in the league a long time because of what he brings athletically, very athletic, very strong. Good build. That's why Riza likes him so much, I guess. He's just a solid player. He's gonna come in and fill in the roles that Calvin did. The hustle, the offensive rebounding, defense. He's gonna come in and not necessarily replace Calvin, but he's gonna bring some of the things that Calvin brought to the table. And he's working on his shot every day, so he'll be all right.
The way you speak, you're missing Calvin Abueva. Will the team miss really the presence of Calvin Abueva?
No.
No. Okay, one last question, Matthew. Okay, go on. Go ahead. Do you think? Yeah. Do you think you have a better team right
Yes.
now?
Yeah. I know that we had a lot of success last conference in the bubble. For me, I was disappointed in our finish because I felt like we still should have made it to the finals. But I know that it's a process. You have to take things slow. So, but I think that the experience that we gained from the bubble, in those big games and the close games, especially against Talking Tex in the playoffs, we learned a lot from those losses. So I think we're going to come back, especially not only the players, but the coaching staff as well. The coaching staff is going to improve and they're going to have better game plans and they're going to be able to make adjustments. And I think that coaches and players on our team are, from both sides have made huge improvements. So, and, we did lose Calvin, but we basically flipped Calvin into Vic Manuel and Chris Banchero. So, if any general manager would do that trade, essentially, right? So,
I agree.
we got two players for one, and both of them are very talented players in their own right. Both of them are best player of the conference nominees. So we're bringing in a lot more firepower now, and we have a lot more confidence going in.
Okay, thank you, Matthew.
No problem, boss.
Yeah.
Hey Matt, what's up, man?
How you
Hey,
doing?
dude.
I love your boat shoes, man. Following you on IG, I love your boat shoes.
Yeah, what size? Let me know what size you are. Maybe I'll give you some.
Oh, really?
5.
Hindi naman ng 5. Ang liit naman nun.
Five?
Ginawa mo ko duwende. Hey, Matt. Yeah,
Good. How you doing?
you got Chris Banchero and Vic Manuel. You got additional help. But is it the same role for you? Like, you're the main man for Phoenix, man.
Yeah. Nothing's gonna change on my end. I'm still gonna be the same Matthew Wright. I'm still gonna be aggressive. Still gonna look to take the last shot when the game's on the line. But the difference now is that I feel like we have more options. I'll have more options to pass. I'll have more trust in some of the players like Vic. Vic you can just pass the ball to him in the post, and he can create from there by himself. And Chris can create by himself without any help as well. So I think my role will still pretty much be the same, except maybe I'll be able to get a little bit more rest this time around. Because last conference, I think I was playing about 40 minutes a game, and as much as I would love to play and I hate getting subbed out, it takes a lot of toll on your body. And so hopefully maybe now with the two guys, the additions on the team, maybe I'll only play 30, 35 minutes a game, but those 35 minutes will be a lot better quality than me playing 42, 43, 44 minutes a game and being exhausted by the end. So that will come in handy, especially in the playoffs.
Last season, you made it to the semifinals during the bubble. But this time in the Philippine Cup, for the teams, your top 4 teams, who do you think you're gonna make it to the semifinals? Of course, including Phoenix.
Well, of course, I'm going to say Phoenix. You already know. You already know what I'm going to say. I'm going to say Phoenix, and it's hard to really count out Ginebra. They won a championship last year, and then they went and got Christian Sandhardiger. So it's almost impossible not to improve. So barring any major injuries or anything like that, I don't see why they wouldn't be in the top 4. I know Talking Text with their new coach, Coach Chot, someone I'm very familiar with, and someone who's helped develop me in my career, and especially here in the Philippines. I owe a lot to him. I know how he is. I know how he is as a coach, and I know that he's going to bring his style of leadership, which is unique to Talking Text, and I know that they've been practicing for a long time now, up in the north. So I'm predicting them to be one of the top teams as well. And probably to round it off, I'm gonna say San Miguel, because they had a disappointing bubble. I know that, and I'm friends with a lot of guys on that team, and I know that those guys have a lot of pride. They're champions as well, and they're getting older. They're very reluctant to relinquish that top dog mantra that they have. So there's the guys with a lot of pride on that team, and I know they had a disappointing bubble last conference, but I know for a fact they're going to bounce back and have a lot stronger conference this time around, especially with CJ. So that'll be my top 4 teams.
You excluded Magnolia and Calvin.
Yeah, well, you only said 4.
Okay. You mentioned your rookies. One of them is our main man, Nick. You giving him a hard time during practice?
Risa is shy to ask about it.
Yeah.
Nick
You
Diaz.
giving him a hard time?
I mean, Riza could ask Nick after the stuff we do. But I mean, we just joke around. I've actually gotten I've gone to spend more time with Nick. He hangs out with Jason and I, so the English speakers. So we've been helping him out. He knows very little Tagalog, so we kind of have to help him out in there. Yeah, I have nothing bad to say about Nick, man.
Risa should teach him.
He works hard every day, so he's gonna have a good career, and we're excited to have him.
All right. All right, Matt, we're gonna send your size, huh?
Yeah, send it to me.
We'll send you via IG message.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
Look at you now, Matt, teaching other, other players Tagalog. We want to
Wow.
test that
Yun!
Tagalog
Oh,
now.
no.
Since you're pretty confident that you can teach. But before that, Jerry has more additional questions.
No.
When it comes to, of course, the team, especially.
Okay, Matt, ako muna ha.
Mm.
Yung Tagalog
Sige.
mo, muna ha.
Aba.
Tagalogin mo, Jer.
Hey, Matt, you have your haircut now?
No. Just in the
yeah,
bun.
Okay, so still Rafa Nadal look, ha?
Yes.
Talo.
Talo nga.
Yeah, he lost though.
Yeah. Anyway, Matt, you said earlier that you're happy. Chris Banchero is now with the team and is no longer guarding you at the other side, but it may be Calvin Abuevas guarding you right now in the games. Your thoughts?
That's fine. I'd actually rather have Calvin guarding me than Chris. Chris is he's a bulldog. He's so quick and his center of gravity was so low. He's like relentless, and he never gives up. And Calvin, I know how to play against him already, so
No worries on that.
I'm not worried about that. I'm used. Sanay na ako.
Sanay na. Okay.
Pwede na
Have
yun.
you talked to Calvin after the trade?
Yeah, he called me after. I think I was still I was in New York at the time when he called me. I was shocked, obviously. It was a big news.
Yeah.
And he was shocked as well. But I just wished him luck, and it's not going to change our friendship. I'm still going to be close with him. Whenever I see him, it's still going to be all love. But business is business, and he helped us. He helped us get to a point where we gained some kind of success. So now we have to be able to duplicate that same success without him. And I know he's going to be good on Magnolia, and that's the kind of style of play that Coach Cheeto likes. So I know Calvin's a Coach Cheeto kind of player.
Matt, last season was a different one. You play inside the bubble, but this coming season will be back to a closed circuit one. Any difference on the way Phoenix will play? You see anything about that?
No, I don't think that the venue or the style of closed circuit or bubble, I don't think that really has much to do with how we're gonna play. The bubble, it helped. It was a blessing and a curse because for some teams it made the guys closer. It brought the teams closer, and then some teams maybe they just got they got sick of each other because they're around each other too much. So luckily on our team everybody likes each other, and I've been on teams before in the past in the PBA. I've been in the PBA for 5 years now, and that's not the case every time. I'll be honest with you. There's not I've been on teams where not everybody likes each other, and that's normal. Obviously, with the competition and people competing for the same spot, and just personalities. So, but I can honestly say that everybody on this team genuinely gets along, and is trying to help one another. So that was our strength in the bubble. That's what we got. We became a closer team, and I don't see how that's going to change, even though we're not in a bubble in the closed circuit. I don't think that's going to be much of a difference.
Matt, are you missing Calvin's cooked foods? The one he usually bring inside the bubble?
He makes a pretty good adobo. I like it 'cause he makes it spicy. So, yeah, he's a good cook. He's a very good cook. Yeah, I'll miss the spicy adobo for sure.
And our ice cream too, Matt.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I owe
Okay.
you guys ice cream.
Well, Matt is talking about how the team is getting along really well in spite of the long layoff, which is something that is, of course, not easy to do. When you're not physically together, especially when practice are meant to be full for a while, we were just having like 3 people in a practice, 2 people at a time. Tell me, Matt, how Coach Topex is, being on top of things when it comes to giving you guys that kind of like leadership, like a momentum that you guys are running on. Nick was telling me he's a very transparent and clear coach, and that helps everybody know, what they're supposed to do and the roles that they're supposed to play.
Yeah, Nick hit it right on the head. He's very honest, and he'll straight up tell you what he expects from you. And I think that uh, not only helps players get a better understanding of what exactly is their goal, but it also helps them know that there's no dishonesty with Coach Topex. Everything he says is straight up. He has the best interest for all of us, which I can't say is the same for every coach that I've had, but Topex is special in terms of the fact that, like for example, on Thursday we had practice. We had 2 practices, and for some reason that day I woke up, I just didn't feel like practicing. I was sore, I was tired, sleepy. The baby was up all night, so I was thinking about not even practicing. But then Topex finds a way to motivate you. He'll give you a speech. He talked about how his friend has cancer and stage 4 cancer, and he knows what to say to motivate you, and to just not motivate you to practice harder or to be a better basketball player. It's more of a motivation to just look at life from a more positive perspective. And he just basically wanted to say, like, we're blessed no matter what, like what we do, we're getting paid to play basketball. He just has a good way of putting things in perspective, and has nothing to do with even basketball. He's just like a life coach. So that's his superpower. It has nothing to do. It's not that he's a genius basketball mind, or anything like that, or he has amazing plays. It's that he genuinely cares about all his players, and it's like we all want to win for Coach Topex. Like, I want to play hard because I don't want to let him down. So that's his unique trait. Is we play hard because we actually want to win for him.
I know Nicholas came home being very tired, but he's like, I'm so grateful for this job. Like, after that speech, because he was telling me about it. No, but Coach Topex, even before he became coach, he's always had that personality that would infect you in a good way. And you guys are in a very lucky position and blessed to have someone like him on a team. Speaking of coach, shout out to Coach Topex, but also celebrated his birthday yesterday is one of the members of the coaching staff, Coach Jamaic Harin. Celebrated his birthday,
Happy birthday.
yesterday. So happy birthday. Okay, very quick before we go to the Tagalog test for Matthew. Matt, there's a video that went viral. We can see how you can be, busting all them defensive players in the league. Pancake was giving you a workout.
Yeah, Pancake. Man, that's Chua's dog. That's Justin's dog, and yeah, he bit me a few times actually. So it was a foul. The ref didn't call the foul, but
Flagrant.
flagrant. Yeah, he should be sitting out for 2 minutes. But yeah, that's an annoying dog, man. He was all over me that day. But it's good practice though, because I know in the game, there's gonna be guys like Nico Alorde who are that low to the ground. So it's a good practice.
Nice. Okay, Matt. Our team sent you something to help you out in this Tagalog test because we want to test again and see how you would fare in Tagalog. I'm pretty sure you have already improved in so many number of years being around, your teammates. I'm not sure if you could actually check your phone, but this is pretty easy.
Reverse. Reverse.
This is the last one of our tongue twisters. Oh, this is tough too. But your family's from Tarlac. I think other dialects would struggle in R's or H. But your family from Tarlac, you gotta make them proud, especially your inang.
Yes.
Are they watching?
Inang's definitely watching. Yeah, for sure.
Wow.
Okay.
There's
So
nothing else to do.
check out the last one, and it says there, ang relo ni Leroy ay Rolex.
Wow.
Okay, I think I could do that one.
Okay.
Ang relo ni Leroy ay Rolex. Ang relo ni Leroy ay Rolex.
Faster,
Wow.
Matt.
Ang relo ni Leroy ay Ang relo ni Leroy ay Rolex.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll give you 95 for that.
We'll give
All
you
right.
You're right. Thank you so much for being a good sport as always. And the last minute craziness that we have here on the Chasedown. Before we let PGs,
Even though maybe I don't finally play in front of you guys and give this we're able to still get paid to play the game that we love, and we have to pay it forward all the time, and hopefully we just can continue to inspire the next generations of PBA superstars who are in the barangays playing basketball right now in the rain, barefooted, just trying to give those guys hope, that they can one day make it. Shout out to my family in Tarlac. My Tita Susan, it was her birthday recently. Happy birthday, Tita Susan. Gabriella, my girl, it was her birthday a couple of days ago too. Shout out to her, 29th birthday. My two boys, Roman and Preston. Preston's in Canada. I miss you. I'll see you soon. And everyone, all the PBA media, everybody. I miss you guys. I miss talking to you guys. And when we finally do start the season, I can't wait to see you guys and just chop it up and see your faces again.
nice. And we'd also like to greet
Very
you
good.
in advance. Happy Father's Day,
Wow,
man.
yes.
Thank
Happy
you.
day.
Your boys
course.
are incredible. They're just, I don't know, they're just amazing. You seen his boys?
Yes.
Yes.
Two boys?
Yes, yes.
Grabe. Ang popogi. Mana sa
But they're sobrang malikot.
likod. Mana sa'yo.
I was super mabait. I was mabait as a kid.
Mana din sa kanya.
Okay, Matthew, right. It's always a pleasure talking to you, and thank you. And we hope, like what you said, to see you soon in the games.
But thanks for having me, guys.
Thanks.
Thanks, Matthew.
Thanks, Matt.
See you
Best regards to
soon.
Gabriella and the family. Bye. Stay
Thank you,
safe.
guys.
All right, that's Matthew Wright. As always, it's so much fun to talk to him.
MVP yan.
Oh.
Siyempre. Macho
Sure,
pa.
really. Iba.
Muntik na nga nung nakaraan eh.
And you know how he's also very honest. He's always very honest with the way he talks to us,
Yes.
people, and that's something that we appreciate of him. Okay, we're going to take a quick break.
Mm.
Bilis lang to. Pagbalik natin,
Ba,
marami
again?
tayong sports kwentuhan at mga kasama natin si Coach Ryan Gregorio. Kaya
Uy.
wag po kayong aalis. Magbabalik po ang
Peace
Peace
out.
We'll be back.
Yuka.
Antok na siguro.
And we are back. Welcome back to the Chasedown. Thank you for joining us, choosing to spend your Saturday afternoon with us. Ako po si Riza Diaz. Our ka-chasers are joining us. Jerry Ramos is here to my right. We also have Waylon Galvez, and via Zoom, kasama natin si Zaldi Perez at si Aba Cordero. Now, we're going to be joined by another
Yes, sir.
guest of ours. Ang popogi ng mga guests natin
Ayos.
ngayon. Talagang
Grabe.
mga
Ang showbiz. Kaya namin.
okay. Pakilala
Ano?
Jerry yung bisita.
Artistahin.
Ha? Kailangan pa ba nating pakilala to
course.
eh? Barkada na ng Chasedown to eh.
Co-host na to eh.
Oo nga, anyway, siyang special assistant to the Samahang Basketball Pilipinas President, syempre, Mr. Al Espandillo. He was
Boy,
three-time
boss.
PBA champion coach, a three-time PBA Coach of the Year, and a four-time PBA
Saan ka pa?
All-Star Game Head Coach. None other than
Aba.
Coach Ryan Gregorio. Coach,
Once again, maraming salamat na naman at nakapanayam ko kayong lahat. And again, great introduction. And I hope I will add value to this very popular show.
Oo naman.
Ito pa ba, Coach?
Coach Ryan, I love your shirt.
Yan,
Happy Independence Day po sa
ganda
inyo.
eh, oh.
Yes, maraming salamat at alam mo naman kung gaano natin kamahal ang Pilipinas. We've been getting a lot of great news, especially in the sporting world. And we forge on, we move forward, and we just hope that we will not look back. It is always just moving forward and deliver good news for the Filipino people.
Yan.
Jerry?
Okay, Coach RG, bago kita tanungin sa FIBA Asia Cup qualifiers, no? Anong thoughts mo na lagi kang napagkakamalang kahawig ni SBP Chairman Sani Angara?
Well, we always talk about this.
Senator.
Ang tawagan namin kasi talaga niyan is kapatid. Of course, he is one of the senators in our country, but there is admiration on my end. Ako, I don't mind it. Hindi ko alam sa kanya.
Kaya,
Okay lang sa kanya.
Parang ayaw niya, Coach ah.
Yun na nga eh. Pero hindi na tayo magtatampo sa ganyan. Naintindihan natin kung bakit.
Okay, Coach, ito na. Alam natin, just a few days from now, magsisimula na dyan sa Clark yung FIBA Asia Cup qualifiers, no? No, lahat na ba planchado na dyan?
Oh yes, in terms of our hosting, let's start with our preparation for our hosting in Clark. The SBP, of course, led by our Executive Director, Sani Barrios, and Butch Antonio. They've been doing a wonderful job together with the rest of the SBP team, really making sure that, as always, every time a sporting event is done in our country, we will just give them a showcase of the best of what the Philippines can give. And it is obviously an aspiration. There are a lot of moving parts. We're expecting some of the teams to arrive today, like a few will come from Indonesia today, and then China and Japan, and another group from Indonesia will arrive tomorrow, all in NAIA, and there are two countries who will land in Clark on June 13. We have Korea and Chinese Taipei. So medyo malaki yung ating preparation dito, and we just hope and pray that we'll be able to give whatever is necessary for FIBA to be proud and our Philippine nation to be proud as well.
Yung Gilas team natin, Coach, kailan pupunta ng Clark?
Ano yan, Brother Jer, they're practicing today. They've been in the bubble for the past easily 9 weeks trying to prepare. You know, we're bringing in a relatively young team, and we just want to make sure that they will get the necessary experience and the knowledge and understanding on how to play FIBA basketball. And we'll be going up against formidable teams. But in terms of us leaving the bubble, we're scheduled to leave the bubble tomorrow at 1:30 p.m. heading to Clark. So we will still have one practice tomorrow morning. And right after we arrive in Clark, it's a land trip. We will have the usual FIBA regulations, the health and safety protocols, meaning swab test agad yan. Pagkatapos ng swab test, 1 day quarantine, and hopefully nobody will turn out positive. And then the following day, they can practice again.
Coach, speaking of mga teams, no, ano ba to? Mga vaccinated ba to? Full or first dosage o requirements ba yan?
Well, what is required is a DRT-PCR test upon arrival. That is what is required. So for our crew, if my memory serves me right, for our personnel, they had 1 jab already, and they're waiting for the second jab. Of course, there is a window in between the first and the second jab. So, ano yan? What is important is we're coming from a bubble. We made sure that malesen yung contamination and the transmission of the virus. And the moment we step inside the Clark bubble, panibagong testing na naman yan. At yun na nga, ang ating pinagdarasal, sana walang mag-positive. Hindi lamang sa ating kupunan, pati na rin sa ating mga bisita.
Coach, ito ang ating virologist, si Saldi Perez, may katanungan sa iyo.
Dati judge ngayon, biologist.
Professor yan, ha?
Virologist nga eh.
Virologist, grabe expert.
Akala ko
Kuya,
biologist.
kamusta?
Well, ito mabuti naman Kuyang. Well, itong tatanong ko sa iyo yung yung mga protocols that will be implemented in the bubbles manggagaling ba yan? That will be coming from the IATF o the SPP ang gumawa niyan?
Medyo mahigpit siya, Manong. Ibig sabihin, meron tayong Clark Bubble and IATF, meaning sinusundan din natin yon. Pero meron ding mahigpit na panuntunan ang FIBA. So yung FIBA, pagdating doon talaga, because they just want to make sure to keep the integrity of the bubble intact, and not only that, just to make sure also that, basketball is a contact sport. So there might be a probability na mas malakas yung transmission dyan. So yun ang sinisigurado natin. It is a combination of groups making sure na hindi talaga magkaroon ng contamination. In other words, that is FIBA. And of course, IATF, it's our branch of government that we're following dearly. Yung Clark also meron din yan. And of course, yung SBP. Sanga-sanga yan, pero nagsasama-sama upang maging matagumpay ang ating pag-host nitong Windows in Clark.
Ito medyo maselan. Kung sakali, huwag naman mangyari, magkaroon ng positive doon sa mga players, what will happen? Magkakaroon ba ng postponement?
Wow.
Baka naman we will just obviously monitor and observe the situation, but kung mga isa, that is why there is a 1-day window, meaning if you come in and you test positive, automatically you will be quarantined. So that is the protection, the safeguard that we are doing for our competitors, our personnel, and even our officials.
Doon sa mga players na dadating, meron ba kayong i-impose na they should present a document that sila safe or whatever, o dito na sa Pilipinas sila iti-test, isuswab?
Ano yan, Kuya? It's FIBA mandated na bago sila pumunta dito sa Pilipinas, dapat meron na silang, kumbaga, bubble in their own respective countries. So very strict doon ang FIBA. You have to abide, you have to comply. At iti-test din sila ron every so often, just like what we're doing here in Inspire. Every so often, we get our players and our personnel tested for possible, positive result. And good thing, more or less, nandun pa rin tayo we're keeping the integrity of our bubble intact. At pagpasok ngayon, just an added feature for us, a defense mechanism for us, automatic swab right away, stay in your hotel, do that 1-day quarantine, wait for your result, and then paglabas mo, it is not like you're free to go. Paglabas mo, ganun pa rin yung rules na nasusundan mo. Hindi ka pwede, kumbaga, palaboy-laboy o kumbaga aalis-alis. Medyo pa rin, restricted pa rin yung movements mo.
Okay, that's all, Coach.
Thank you,
Thank you very
Kuya.
much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, next.
Belon.
Coach,
Wag mahirap, wey, para tayong nag-i-exam sa mga question and answer eh.
Coach,
Oo nga naman eh.
yung mga balita natin sa Gilas na past few days, medyo hindi maganda. Injured Ang pinakahuli si Ray Suerte. Nandiyan si
Minalas.
Dave Ildefonso and
Oo.
si Matt Nieto, no?
Swerte pa naman nun.
Possibility ba? Kami, ready kaming maglaro, sabihan mo lang kami.
Ang kinakatakot ko sa'yo, Way, baka matapakan tayo eh. Huwag na tayo magpresenta. But it is really an issue. It is really a huge challenge for the coaching staff. The players who went down because of various injuries are mainstays in our team. In other words, talagang malaki yung kanilang gagampan ng role. And what we're trying to do also is we're trying to be agile and strong. In other words, kung may mangyari sa ating ganito, we have a mentality that we are trying to inculcate in the minds of everyone. And that is the next man up mentality. So we cannot really assure that injuries like this will not happen in the tournament. But the next best thing is whoever is ready to play and their number is called, they just have to play good basketball. So yun din ang sinasabi ni Coach Tab parati na yes, it's such a challenge for us, especially yung mga players na nabanggit natin. For example, Matt, a very stable point guard. Si Dave can score if he wants to. He has that scorer's mentality. Ray Suerte, before he went down, he was actually nominated as our team captain. So these are really great negative developments for us. But we just can't stop. We just have to keep on moving forward and hope that things will be better in the future and just keep on playing and compete.
Coach, pero eto, ano po ang update kay Kai Soto?
Yes.
Will be, mapapasama ba siya sa Pampanga?
Well, kung mapapasama, definitely yes. So we all know that he had to go through that strict quarantine rules under IATF Resolution 114, wherein a traveler from the US, if you have not been vaccinated in our country, will have to stay in a quarantine facility for 8 days. Get him swabbed. If he gets a negative result, complete the 10 days. And after 10 days, you can leave and then continue your quarantine at home or in a registered hotel or a quarantine facility also. So are we excited that Kai Soto is here in our country? The answer is absolutely yes. But what are we waiting for? Of course, Kai will always be evaluated based on how well and how quickly he assimilates to the teachings of the team, the offensive concepts, the defensive concepts, and of course, not to take anything away, but chemistry will also play a huge factor. But what is nice going on the side of Kai is he is such a great person and open to a lot of new ideas, and he's just open for learning. But another thing that we want to be assured of is his match fitness. Remember, he's coming off a quarantine. So if he's coming off a quarantine, medyo matagal lang yan nakastay sa kanyang hotel. So those are the things. What we want is for him to really play his best basketball. We're not gonna leave him out there just for the sake of him donning our jersey, but we want to make sure that he plays good basketball. Remember, he is going to be the future of Philippine basketball, and we just want to take care of him this early.
Eto, last na lang, Coach. I don't know kung sasagutin mo to sa the Chasedown. The last time na nag-compete ang Gilas Pilipinas sa Bahrain, Window 2, Coach Jong helped the team in winning 2 games. Ito pong Window 3, who's going to coach our national team?
That is a very good question, Mr. Galvez, and I appreciate your candidness. I will give you an answer 3 hours from today. 3 hours from now. We are just deliberating it. I know you understand that. And I just want to thank you na you're opening it. It is material. Di ba? Tama yun eh. That coach is going to be leading our ship to greater heights or really making sure that the rudder is on site and making sure that the target is achieved and the destination is reached. And it will come. So ang kailangan natin ma-anticipate ngayon is the reveal of the head coach and the final 12. Yun, I promise that the final 12 will happen 24 hours before the actual game on the 16th. Remember, we're going up against Korea on the 16th, Indonesia on the 18th, and Korea again on the 20th.
Mhm.
So it's a very busy week for our country.
Okay, Coach. Abangan namin mamaya yung Viber mo.
Abangan mo lang.
With that
Ready ka na.
With that being said, Coach Ryan, I think we just have to also recognize the sacrifice of the coaching staff pool in itself, who's been there in the bubble too for so many weeks. Alam natin, hindi ito madaling, this is not regular circumstances na
Yes.
talagang madali lang magpa-ensayo. Napakadaming protocols, and it's not the normal that we used to. Gaano ka-blessed tayo, Coach, that we have this pool of coaches that are very competent?
It is really a huge blessing for our country, for SBP, and for the basketball world, of course, in the Philippine setting. Meaning we have coaches who are willing to sacrifice. You know, it's not easy being inside the bubble for such a long time. You're away from your families. You're out of your comfort level. You cannot hug your pillow. You cannot sleep on your mattress. These are the things that they've been sacrificing just to make sure that they will be able to represent our flag and country. So I understand also the sacrifices of our players, but coaches really work so long. You have Coach Tab, of course, as our program director. Coach Jong with Chico is also there. Coach Kaloy Garcia, Coach Boyet Fernandez, Coach Sandy Arespacochaga, Coach Alton Lister, Coach Dexter Asiron as our PT. It's really tough. And again, these are the kind of stories that we want for our people, because it is just so easy to put the blame game. I think what we've learned here in this pandemic is we try to be a little more compassionate about what is happening to us, because this is not the normalcy that we're used to. The last 2 years have been really been painful for us. We've been losing friends, we've been losing family members and all that. And what we need right now are good news. So itong mga ganitong pagkakataon na may nakikita tayo, especially on an Independence Day like today, na talaga meron pa rin talaga nagsasakripisyo para sa ating bandila.
Nice, nice. Okay, final question, Coach. Galing kay Abak po.
Brother, saludo ako sa iyo, ha? Tagapagbigay liwanag, Ryan Gregorio po.
Hindi. Papasalamatan ko na si Coach Ryan dahil sa kanya nagliwanag ang kalye namin sa Merville Park. Anyway, Coach, yun bang head coach natin dito, nag-head coach na sa Gilas?
Yes, that is a probability. Of course, you're just gonna drill it down. If you're going to drill it down to people or coaches who have been appointed as head coach already for Gilas, madali nang malaman, in other words, kung ano yung direction. But the answer is yes.
Okay. Anyway, alam natin, inaabangan ng mga kababayan natin itong tournament na to. Meron ba, other than the Gilas players, sino ba mga inaabangan nila mga superstars na dadating? Itong sila Rui Hachimura ng Washington, o ito bang si Yuta Watanabe ng sa Toronto ba, o ano, dadating ba sila?
Yes, based on our monitoring, the big players from the NBA are coming over. Itong Japan na to,
Wow.
it's bringing a lot of pride to our country, because can you imagine Rui Hachimura representing Asia in a basketball spectacle like the NBA, di ba? Maski pa paano, it's closer to home already. And even itong si Watanabe, both players playing for Japan, we're not going to be going up against them. And even the other countries, pati yung Korea, they're bringing in a very strong team. Even Indonesia, of course, Coach Raiko will be coming back to Philippine shores and coaching a different team. So a lot of excitement is being generated. And for our country, it is really looking at the developmental stage of our young players. Because you remember, our target is 2023. It's a long runway for us in terms of number of days from today. But in reality, it's just so short in terms of preparation. As a basketball coach, no preparation is enough. But it's always to start today and make sure that we will see whatever fruits of our hard labor will give us in the future.
Okay. Coach
Alright,
Ryan,
very good. Thank you, Coach.
yung message
Thank you, brother.
lamang po sa ating mga kababayan. Malapit na ang qualifiers. Imbitahan po natin sila.
Ako, ang message ko is really very simple. I mean, here we are again, trying to showcase the best of what the Philippines can give, being gracious hosts to basketball powerhouses in Asia. And it is a source of pride for us. But number two, I was just so struck by the message of Miss Yuka Saso after winning yung US Open trophy and championship, the first Filipina ever to win one. When she said, and I quote, that she was actually cheering for her opponent. And she said, I just don't want to be selfish. There are a lot of players, good players in this tournament. They will have their time, and this is my time. I just want to cheer them on. So it is a great message, not just for basketball lovers, but for our country. The Philippines is in good shape. May pag-asa ang Pilipino. He just did not win a trophy, but he won the hearts of every Filipino. And the mindset, she is slowly changing it, na pwede pala manalo, maski hindi ka makasarili. So that is just my message.
Thank you,
On
Coach.
that note,
Muli,
mabuhay ang Pilipinas.
Aba,
Salamat, brother. Dapat bumalik yun eh. Di ba? Yung sama-sama,
Oo.
kung ano man ang mangyari, tuloy-tuloy lang tayo. Wala nang looking back.
Yan nga, mabuhay ang Pilipinas.
Oo.
Tama.
Happy Independence Day, Coach, and good luck.
you.
Maraming salamat po. Iparating niyo po ang aming pagbati sa lahat ng member ng SBP. Thank you again for the hard work that you're doing for our country.
Thank you very much also. Have a good one. Thank you.
Coach
Hopefully,
RG,
we see
thank you.
soon.
Para sa bayan.
Coach,
Sabayan,
salamat.
brothers.
Salamat.
Tuloy-tuloy lang ang laban.
Salamat, Coach.
All right, it's Coach Ryan Gregorio, as always, one of our favorites here on the Chasedown, talking in behalf, of course, of Samahang Basketball ng Pilipinas for the upcoming qualifiers in FIBA that is set to happen in Clark in just a few days. So, super exciting. Okay, very fast. Paspasan natin itong mga
Fast break.
balita when it comes to different broadsheets. At syempre, publications.
Ganun ba?
Meron din ang website. Let's do our writer's block. Unahin na kita, Waylon.
Siyempre, eto.
Take
Hindi natin
charge.
papabayaan ng fencing. Kaso nga lang, medyo hindi naman na masama. Pero okay na din dahil nag-improve from 2 bronze medals si Yuka. Si Samantha Katantan ng
Kala ko
fencing.
naging
Namiss natin
si
si Yuka eh.
Yuka eh.
Hawak-hawak ko to eh.
Oo
oh.
nga eh.
Kanina pa
Papapalo
tayo
mo na
nag-aawak
talaga.
eh. Samantha Katantan from 2 bronze medals sa USNCAA and also sa Olympic qualifying tournament. And nag-improve siya with silver medal
Yeah.
sa North America Cup. Ito, ginanap to sa Richmond, Virginia. Actually, maganda yung pinakita ni
Ano yun?
Sam Katantan sa tournament na to dahil itong tournament nito, it gathers yung mga hindi lang sa US na magagaling, kundi yung mga Olympians ng mga Canada, iba-ibang bansa, Israel. Kaso during the finals, Samantha Katantan medyo nagkaroon, hinda yung cramps. So hindi niya na, ang kwento niya sa atin, hindi niya na tinodo during the finals. Kaya natalo siya sa score na 15-5 sa member ng Canada national team na si Eleanor Harvey. So sayang nga lang, ito yung Division 1, ito yung pinakamataas sa North America Cup na tournament, na division, na sayang nga lang hindi nakakuha ng gold. Ito yung araw na nag-champion si Yuka Saso. Sunday sa San Francisco. Sunday afternoon din lumalaban ng finals si
Ba?
Samantha Katantan sa
Sabay.
Virginia. Sayang nga lang, hindi nakuha yung gold. Pero sabi ni Sam, magandang sign yan. Bronze, silver, hopefully gold.
Gold.
Saan? Southeast Asian Games. Hopefully.
Yun.
Okay?
All right. How about you, Jerry?
Ito lang about sa issue with Keeper Avena. Alam naman natin na tinanggihan na ng board yung
Nangyari.
idea niya o yung balak niyang maglaro sa Japan D-League dahil nga meron siyang live contract with NLEX. But nonetheless, yung isa sa mga representative niya, si Ilocos Norte Governor Matthew Manotoc, no? Together with, siyempre, si Marvin Spiritue. They're hoping, although sabi nga nila, they respect naman yung decision ng PBA board about the issue on keeper, pero they're hoping na magkaroon ng compromises along the way or concessions kung ano man yung pwedeng mapag-agrihan o pwedeng sumang-ayon yung PBA board. But nonetheless, sabi nga nila, they respect the decision of the PBA board. Okay, Riza?
All right. Thank you for those writers block. Very quick ang ating social media usisa. Ito
Ano yan?
napabalita din last week. Again, from the NBA, we have Jordan Clarkson. You know, love the Jazz. And he just won Sixth Man of the Year award.
Oh.
But very recently also, he's been very vocal about the Asian hate that
Oo
we
nga, no?
are, you know, our kababayans are experiencing, especially in mainland
Grabe.
US. And nangyari nga yan, if I'm not mistaken, in Utah.
Yes,
Yes,
correct.
yes.
Tama.
There's this very famous food truck that
Oo.
serves Filipino dishes that was vandalized.
It's called Yum Yum.
Yum, Asian.
And talaga namang there's so many, you know, words that are not to be uttered. And Jordan Clarkson is just, you know, being very vocal and saying there's no place in this, you know, in
Sobra
this
yan.
world for something
Tama,
like that.
tama.
And as we hope, of course, that the pandemic ends, we also hope that things like this matapos na rin siya.
Matigil na rin, no?
Right. Okay, so that's our social media usisa. Very quick, may mga gusto pa ba kayong batiin bago tayo magpaalam? Go ahead,
ang dami.
Si
Oh,
Raylon.
bilisan
Ito.
natin yan. Go, go, go.
Ang dami nating na-miss na happy birthday. Happy birthday, Eliza Salen. Happy birthday din sa kaibigan natin. Kyle Slau, of course,
Uy,
of
oo,
NLEX.
Kyle.
Pinsan ko, Michelle Galvez King, Jasper Salamangkero. Happy birthday, Salamangkero. Kita mo, ha? Pastor Carlo Boler, happy birthday. Catherine Dizon Evangelista, wife ni Dale Evangelista. Happy birthday. Happy anniversary din sa inyo. Tita Josie Galvez, happy birthday. National Fencer, Harleen Ragkin, happy birthday.
Uy.
And also to John Perez, happy birthday. Tito ko, Tito Tim sa Chicago, happy birthday. And sa tita ko, Tita Ruth, happy birthday.
Ay, okay. Jerry?
Ay, yung mga the usual suki natin. Sila
Gab
Gab Pereira,
Pereras.
Julian Lapid and family, si Alex Fuentes, sila Father Vic Calvo, Peter Caico, Paul Supan, and syempre si Mr. Joey Romasanta, laging
Nanonood din
Yan.
yan.
Thank you, Riz.
Sir Joey.
Zaldi?
Well, nanay ko, syempre,
Oo
nanonood.
naman.
Doon na sa kabila.
Yan,
At saka ang aking may bahay na si Ani na nagpupuyat pa rin na nanonood ng
Kabila rin.
Chasedown.
Thank you. Finally,
Eh,
Abba,
nandun. Malayo.
Ako, pakikiramay lang sa pamilya ni Direktor Augusto Salvador, ang paboritong direktor ni ng mga FPJ movies, ano?
Yan, oh.
Siyempre, kaibigan natin yung anak. And also, mga tiga Manila City Hall. Thank you. Arsenic Lacson,
Uy,
Chebo Romeo, and Robert Evangelista.
yan.
Kung may kailangan kayo sa City Hall, hanapin nyo lang sila. Ang hirap hanapin eh.
All right.
Thank you.
Before we would end, we just want to apologize to our viewers who were, of course, waiting for that
Oo nga.
kasaso. So are we. And you know, it's very unfortunate kasi ang nangyari po talaga, one, from our end, nagkaroon tayo ng mga technical difficulties with the connection. Of course, this is all new to us somehow, one way or another, Zoom. And Yuka's all the way in San Francisco. The time difference is very big. When we were trying to call her, talagang halos pahating gabi na.
Correct.
And you know, her
Yeah.
handlers, her managers are also being very strict when it comes to her getting enough rest.
Yes,
Dahil talaga
tama.
namang napaka-importante yan
Of course.
sa kalusugan niya, and we want, of course, the best interest for Yuka. Again, we want to apologize. We weren't able to talk to her, but we'll try our very best to find a way, one way or another, para magkaroon pa rin tayo ng kapanayam sa kanya. And hopefully next week, magkaroon tayo ng produkto para mapakita sa ating mga viewers. But nevertheless, we hope they enjoyed the show as much as we did.
Yuka.
And on behalf of our mga ka-chasers, Zaldi, Abak, Jerry, and Waylon, ako po si Riza Diaz. Nagpapasalamat po sa inyong lahat. And this has been the
Chasedown!
Siya.
1PH
Yung next week.
Teleservisyo para sa Pilipino. Happy Independence Day,
Happy
everybody!
Independence Day!
See you next week! Bye!
Happy weekend, Lisel Villa! Bye!
Bye-bye!
Take care! Stay safe!